Hey guys, so today we are going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot for today's collective. I'm super excited. This deck is already everything I want. We're going to be using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle for theme, advice, messages, and we're going to be using the Wild Unknown for clarification, okay? So the deck have already been pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and use the Oracle cards to see the theme. Okay, we've got the Eagle, the Fire Ant. Oh, Phoenix energy. Fuck yeah. Okay, so we've got air energy, fire energy, and spirit energy. Let's see. Let's start with the Phoenix because the Phoenix is, that's such powerful energy. That's the root chakra. Okay, so this one says, freedom from suffering and past karma. Reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication, tapas. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirit up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign that the fire of transformation is upon your wings. The ancient yogis believe that our heaviest karmas reside in our first chakra. This earthen center is also called Muladhara, or our root. The ascent of the Phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash towards the navel center. Again and again, it makes this journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. Very good. Okay, so let's read the Eagle, because these two are definitely transformative. There is definitely transformation in the air. Let's see. Okay. The eagle is all-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon... Sorry, I didn't have coffee this morning, okay? When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, bright, radiant, challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. So that's already two different cards. All three have fire energy in it because of it's like holding on to the sun. That's definitely fiery, but it's still air. And then this one has fire, but it's energetic, it's spiritual. So there's a lot of fire energy going on, but it's definitely touching on the theme of transformation. It's touching on the theme of transmuting energy. Very interesting. So now let's look at the fire ant. Okay, fire ant says aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. Fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. When in balance, thoughtful, disciplined. When out of balance, argues, excess heat, gossips. To bring into balance, solo time, walk at night. Okay, so these energies are definitely indicative of today's collective may have something to do with someone who has energy buildup. Like, especially connected to the root chakra. Someone here may be triggered. Maybe their security is being challenged. Their safety, their sense of identity is being challenged. And it's necessary. That's the thing. So somebody here may be getting aggressive, maybe yelling, saying things, but in reality, it's a defense mechanism because, you know, everything that they consider the way things are is being challenged, and it's necessary. This is a necessary part of growth. It's a necessary part of healing. So let's get into it. Let's see. What is... Ooh. Yeah, no. Tell me about today's collective. What do we need to know? Today's collective. Okay, we started with the movement of pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see. We get the Five of Wands. The Magician. Okay, those kind of flipped over. The Chariot reversed. The Innocence of Wands reversed, which is the Page of Wands reversed. The Seven of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. Temperance. Wow, look at that. The Devil. Five of Swords. The Sage. And the Spirit of Cups, or the King of Cups. Okay. Well, what an interesting reading. Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Eight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Skyfather, the Emperor. Ace of Pentacles tells me that there's a new beginning being offered to somebody. The universe is offering somebody a gift, a new beginning. But this is triggering the hell out of this person. And they're walking away from it. So whatever it is, it's challenging their identity. It's challenging what they believe is their sense of security. In reality, Six of Pentacles, they are in a place of imbalance, but they're trying to act like, yeah, this is where I'm happy, I'm good. Could be an Emperor here. We'll see. We shall see, we shall see. Because from what I can tell up here, there's already some imbalance. So we've got the Movement of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody here they've got plans, right? Whatever their plans are for the future, this gift is challenging that. And this person is losing their shit over that. Because with the Magician, they actually have all the tools they need to, bring their future into reality. But with the Chariot reversed, now they feel like they're not advancing. Because, okay, I have to say this is so weird. It's like they're happy that they're getting a gift, but they're angry at what the gift entails. So let me put it to you this way. Let's say that this is somebody who wanted to be an actor or an actress, and they're getting offered a role, but the role that they're getting offered is maybe in China. I don't know about you, but I love Chinese dramas. They are so amazing. But maybe this person is scared of foreign lands, and they're pissed off that why would I be getting this gift over there? Why couldn't I get it here? Why? So they're angry because it's like they manifested something, but it's challenging what they thought was their idea of progress, with their idea of movement. And so they're sitting here The Innocence of Wands reversed, Page of Wands reversed, is not taking a step. Because Page of Wands upright is somebody who's curious, they're willing to explore. Reverse, nope. They're scared. So, Seven of Cups. Now, before I move on, actually, this is the interesting thing. So they've got all this anger. Somebody here is angry because maybe this is somebody who saw themselves as fearless. They saw themselves as willing to tackle anything. And the universe is kind of calling them out like, oh, really? Okay, here you go. Here's this gift. And then they're not following it. And the universe is like, well, why aren't you following the gift? We gave you a gift. It's triggering this person to realize that they're scared. I'm telling you that this is meant to challenge their sense of self. Seven of Cups here. This is a double-edged sword because it's on one hand, they dreamt of the day when they would get this role. But on the other hand, they're thinking, yeah, but I don't know that country. This could be a total disaster. I don't know why I was given that role all the way over there. Two of Pentacles. And Temperance. This is meant to teach this person balance. It could be that in the country they're in now, they may be very connected to family. There was definitely codependency, and this is the Hierophant. Yesterday I kept calling it the Hermit, but it's the Hierophant. This is to teach them balance. I went to read this one. I haven't usually been reading the meanings of these cards, but oh, sorry, the book is over here. Okay, let's see. Five of Swords. Because these have, I love the meanings that they give them. This one says, only I can be sure, it says conflict, tension, short-sightedness. Only I can be sure if my motives are pure. Only I can be sure if my behavior is in alignment with my intentions. It is not my job to convince others of my intent. It is only my job to act with integrity, follow through with my word, and speak my truth. If I sway from my moral values, I have an opportunity to learn, reevaluate my perception, and broaden my vision, making room for abundance as opposed to a mentality of winning. Oh wait, there was one more thing. Trusting yourself helps you remain fearless in your choices. Okay, that's why I was being led to read it. That's why. Because I literally just said this is somebody who believed themselves to be fearless. And now they're realizing they're not. And that's triggering the hell out of them. But Spirit is asking this person to stay in integrity. Just trust yourself. And that seems to be a problem. Because this may be somebody who has learned to disconnect from themselves and has created codependent bonds. So the Sage could be a parental figure, could be a mentor, could be their community, really. It doesn't really matter who it is. This person is... It's interesting because they show up as three different energies. Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Fire energy, which right now is all reversed, even though they're triggered. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have Capricorn energy here. We have Taurus energy here. We have Gemini, Virgo energy here. We have Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy. Oh, and Cancerian, sorry, with the Chariot. So this person is... It's interesting because they're acting, and I'm saying acting because I got the Five of Swords here. They're acting as if they are motivated by love. The decisions that they're making. Okay, so let me put it to you this way. Let's say that this is a role, like I said, in China, right? And this is somebody who loves Chinese food. They love the Chinese culture, but not to the extent where they're like, well, yeah, but that's different. I wouldn't move there. Who would take care of my family? Who would feed my dogs? Who would, like, they're acting like they're acting out of love. But no, this is like, I don't know, only you know. Only you know if you're really acting out of integrity. Only you know if you have the purest of intentions. ultimately, it's not about persuading other people. It's about persuading yourself. Because I feel like this is the reason that this is triggering this person, is because this is somebody who possibly likes to feel in control with the devil energy here, which means that they like things a certain way at a certain time, at a certain pace. That kind of goes hand in hand with the movement of pentacles over here. And being thrown into this new world where they would have to rebuild from scratch means that they would not be in control, and they don't like that. But it also means that they don't really trust themselves, and that's the whole point of why the universe is doing this. That's what it's bringing into question. Do you trust yourself? Do you know yourself? Are you in touch with yourself? And if not, why not? What's blocking that? Because this is somebody who may come across to others, because there's so much control here. Somebody is really trying to be in control. They're trying to come across to others like, I am balanced. I am always in balance. I always know how to calm myself. I always know what to do. And the universe is like, oh, okay. All right. Well, here you go. Let's see how you handle this little boomerang. So let's see. Clarify Ace of Pentacles. Let's get more details on this. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. We start off with, oh, see? Look, Five of Swords twice, and it's clarifying the main energy. Clarify Ace of Pentacles. Two of Swords reversed. Page of Wands upright. With the Six of Cups. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. So, Shamu over here is claiming that they're acting out of integrity, but they're not, though. Because when you're acting out of integrity, the Five of Swords is not going to come up twice next to the devil. No. So this is why this person's triggered as hell, because this is somebody who, okay, let me put it to you this way. This could be somebody who, this acting role that they're getting in China, their family may be telling them, this is what you've always wanted. Go pursue it. They're like, no, I can't, because you know what? I have to protect all of y'all. That's why. Because I have to feed y'all. I have to take care of y'all. Y'all are babies. So they're portraying themselves as somebody who's like the protector, I take care of people. It's actually fear. And Spirit is here. If you resonate with this, Spirit is here to call you out. Like, stop lying. Because we got the Seven of Swords. There's no... the Two of Swords reversed. It's not about being indecisive. Because this person's not indecisive. They already know they're not going nowhere. Because this is Page of Wands energy. That would require stepping out of their comfort zone. That would require stepping out of the sphere in which they have been brought up, in which they are used to. They're comfortable. They've grown these deep ass roots. So they're not going no goddamn where. So Spirit's like, okay, then just say that. Just acknowledge that. But this person does not want to acknowledge that they are basically a coward. Let me put that. They do not want to acknowledge that they don't have the inner strength or the personal strength to start over in a country like China, that they don't know the language, instead of just saying, what do I need to do to learn that language? What do I need to do? I love that culture. I love that food. How can I learn Mandarin? It's not even a question. They're like, no, it is just a no. It is absolutely not. I am not about to get out of my place of control. Which is probably connected to trauma in some way with this person, but still, do we let our trauma control us, or do we heal that trauma so that we can expand, so that we can move freely? Clarify the Knight of Pentacles, or the movement of Pentacles. Clarify the movement of Pentacles. We've got the Son of Cups. Ooh, the Emperor. Wow. Ooh, okay. Three of Pentacles. Listen, I don't know whose spirit guides is coming through in this reading, but they got a spanking for you. I'm sorry. They do. They do. They're out to spank. They spank you. Because, okay, I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Because somebody here is like, I'm an emperor. And Spirit's like, sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up. You are not an emperor. You are not an emperor. And this person's assuring, yes, I am. Okay, emperor, let's see. We're going to put something in front of you that is a gift, a role that you've always wanted. Now, since you're an emperor, right, you've got all four kings inside of you. That means that you are totally balanced. You can survive anywhere. You can make it happen anywhere. So let's see, go. And they're like, no. I was like, okay. So what happened was, I meant I'm an emperor here. Oh, okay. So you're not an emperor. You notice they didn't come up as an emperor anywhere else. They came up actually as a page of wands twice, a knight, and only one king. They're not an emperor. The universe is like, you know why you're not an emperor? Because you don't trust yourself. You trust yourself to pull things in, but when it comes to pursuing something that you want, you don't trust yourself. You don't have that drive. You don't have that tenacity, that determination. So you dream of things. You're a Knight of Cups. You dream of things. But it's actually interesting because this person also believes themselves to be a Knight of Pentacles. And this is saying you're not even a Knight of Pentacles. You're a Knight of Cups. Because a Knight of Pentacles is someone who, okay, you know how I always give the example that the pages and then the knights, and there's like a hierarchy, right? Within the the court cards. So the page of Pentacles is someone who would learn how to, let's say we're talking about China, right? The page of Pentacles would be somebody who starts taking classes in Mandarin or Cantonese, someone who starts understanding, how they how they move around, what areas are best for tourists or people who are barely moving there, things like that. They would start investigating. The Knight of Pentacles tells me this person already knows. They have the knowledge. But Chariot in reverse, connected to that, says they're not implementing it. So you're not a Knight of Pentacles. You're not a doer. You're a dreamer. And that is not an emperor. Because an emperor builds from wherever. Think of it, like truly think of it. Any emperor that you knock down from a position of power will rebuild wherever they're at. This is why emperors had to be killed. Whenever an empire was taken down, you had to kill that motherfucker. Because wherever that emperor went, they were going to rebuild support because they infused power into people who were going to grow to be an emperor. They were so powerful, you had to eliminate the person because they represented an ideal. They represented a whole kingdom. So it doesn't matter where you put the person, they're going to rebuild the kingdom. This person here is not an emperor. They're barely a magician. But Spirit's like, you could grow. We're giving you the tools to grow. You truly want to be an emperor? We're taking you down that path. But don't call yourself an emperor when we are helping you transform and you're fighting us instead of taking steps. You're resisting. You're showing combativeness. You get defensive. You're telling Spirit to fuck off when we're just trying to help you turn into what you said you were. Clarify Five of Wands. Oof, look at that. Death. Clarify Five of Wands. Got the Four of Cups. Ooh, Nine of Swords, bitch. Wow, with the Three of Swords. Man, I tell you what, I think that this is somebody who has the destiny. Their destiny is to be an emperor. And they know it, which is why they said it so sure of themselves. But Spirit's like, okay, but here's the thing. That title, that position is not given easily. You have to You have to have a certain level of experience. You have to have a certain level of wisdom. You have to have a certain level of healing and growth. And right now, you're sitting here with a broken heart. You're sitting here with a mind. Remember what I told y'all. And lately it keeps coming up, so I feel like some of y'all really need to hear this. It keeps coming up over and over. The fact that anxiety is delusion. It's delusion because you don't know that that's exactly how things are going to go. So this is somebody who possibly went through a childhood where everything was constantly going wrong. And they believe, and I'm saying believe because I'm not saying this is true, they believe that as long as they can know what bad thing is coming, then they can brace themselves for the impact and it won't hurt as much. That doesn't change anything. And this is a terrible example, but I'm going to give it to you because we have death here, and this is a good example of this. Imagine that you have a relative that is a dear, dear person to you, as most relatives are. And they have a terminal illness. It doesn't matter how long that terminal illness lasts. Some people are like, well, you're grieving through the illness because you know you're about to lose them. It doesn't matter how long the illness lasts. When that person dies, it is still going to be a blow. It doesn't matter how much you brace yourself for that shit. You cannot brace yourself against pain, especially not when it involves our heart. You just can't. You take the hit and you heal. You acknowledge the hit and you heal. Saying, no, see, I'm not going to do it at all because I might get hurt. That means you're acting already out of a wound. The only type of warrior that's afraid of fighting is either because they're a coward or because they're too incapacitated to do so. And this one, it's not that they're a coward, they're still wounded. But they refuse to acknowledge the wound. So Spirit's like, just acknowledge the fact that you're afraid of these swords because you're still dripping blood. Your mind is not right. You're not healthy. But this person's like, I'm a fucking emperor. I don't know what you're talking about, which is why they're getting triggered. Because Spirit's trying to get them to acknowledge that this is somebody who's acting out of pain. They're acting out of fear. They're acting out of wounds. So obviously they're not going to be at their best. But they also refuse to admit that they're acting out of wounds. So Spirit's like giving them these little, okay, well then go on, spar with your buddy over here. But they can't. Their mind is all full of like, what if my cut gets worse? What if I rip this? Because you're wounded, motherfucker. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Stop resisting. Because whoever this is for, I'm telling you, there's so much resistance. It's like this person, whoever this is for, is the type of person that feels that admitting that they are not okay is weakness. That's the problem. So, as somebody who has worked in medical facilities, it is the most annoying thing to deal with a patient that refuses to acknowledge that they are ill. Refuses to acknowledge that they're not okay. We're just like, sir, you are literally dripping blood. No, I'm fine. I got it. Okay, well, I tell you what, you do your thing. Because you can't force people to heal either. And this is somebody who's like, nope, rejecting. Nope, I am not wounded. I don't need a change. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a motherfucking emperor. And yet they can't battle. They can't fight. And something else about emperors in ancient times, one of the reasons that, Alexander the Great was such a feared and followed emperor was because he could outfight anybody. His men respected him and he cared for them. So an emperor is responsible for many things, but the one thing that he couldn't do was show weakness. And what I mean by that, he couldn't show weakness in the sense that he could not appear in battle without being able to fight. And this person here is misunderstanding that. If they were Alexander the Great and they got a cut, this is somebody who would not tend to it because they are afraid that showing that they got a cut showed that they were weak in some way. So they're not addressing the wound. And guess what that's going to do? It's just going to make them weaker. That's right. So then eventually the same thing that they're trying to avoid, the outcome that they're trying to avoid is being seen as weak. And they're going to be strung out with infected cuts all over their body. And their men are going to be looking at them like, are you stupid? Why didn't you just get healed? Then they truly lose the respect. It's so convoluted. This is somebody who has a very distorted view of strength. Let me put it that way. Clarify magician. Well, surprise, surprise. Son of Wands reversed is actually not a surprise. Wow. Okay. Son of Wands reversed, which is the Knight of Wands. Nine of Wands reversed. And the magician came out sideways, but I'm going to reverse it because, yeah, I don't think this person's a magician either. Nine of Pentacles. Well, whoever's guides these are really not pulling punches today. Knight of Wands reversed. I don't know how to, any light way to say this, but Spirit's like, okay, so if you don't need to heal, then you're a coward. Simple as that. Because the only reason an emperor wouldn't move forward is if they're wounded or they're a coward. Which says the confirmation is you're not even a magician, let alone an emperor. Your destiny may be that of a magician and an emperor. But this is someone who's very out of touch with what it takes to be either thing. Because of the Nine of Wands reversed. So Nine of Wands upright. Let me show you. Hold on. I have to show you in another deck. Let's use the classic tarot because that one is just the best depiction of this. The classic Rider-Waite-Smith. So let's do the Nine of Wands. Let's see what it represents, what it's supposed to look like, okay? Let me just find it. 1 second. Patience, patience, little kumquats. What is it, like the last fucking card? Okay, there we go. I was like, did it go run and hide somewhere? This is the Nine of Wands. This is what it's supposed to be. You see that bandage on his head? Because this is called the Wounded Warrior card. This is somebody who's been wounded and is still ready for the next round. They're cautious because of their wounds, but they're still ready for a fight. You're not going to take them down. This is the card of someone who does not give up, does not ever surrender. If you ever overtake this person's boundaries, it's because they're fucking dead. And it came out reversed. Which tells us what? That this is somebody who is not a warrior. They are wounded, yes. They're not a warrior. Because a true warrior heals their wounds and keeps going. So this is why this person cannot manifest. Whatever it is that they're trying to manifest, whatever it is they may be trying to pull in finances, stability, material luxury, and Spirit's like, no. They did a little stamp. Access denied. Not granted. Blocked. Because that's not this person's destiny. And Spirit doesn't take kindly to people ignoring their destiny. So Spirit's like, you're going to ignore us? We're going to ignore you. Let's see how this little game goes. Because you have a destiny. You are refusing to acknowledge it. So guess what? Now we don't know you. You decide. Clarified Chariot. Wow. Two of Cups. Clarify the Chariot reversed. The Fool. And the Sun. With the Son of Pentacles. Well, I tell you what, the only way that this person is actually reflecting the Son of Pentacles or the movement of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, is stubbornness. That's all. That's the only way they're reflecting. They're misunderstanding determination with stubbornness. Yep. It's not the same thing. No, no, no. Because stubbornness, it's that, you know, it goes with that saying of doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That's stubbornness. Determination is when you go up against something, it doesn't work, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to give up. Let's try this. That didn't work. Okay, well, let's try this. And they're learning from their mistakes. Stubbornness is saying, I am right, even if clearly, Chariot reversed, you're on a treadmill going nowhere. So with the Two of Cups here, this is Cancer Venus energy. This is like somebody who refuses to acknowledge. Remember that it usually has the caduceus up here, right? Because it's healing energy. This could be somebody who's refusing to heal a certain part of themselves. And with the Fool here, whatever it is that they're refusing to heal, with the Sun could be their masculine energy. Clearly, they're not in touch with their Emperor. But this could also be their feminine energy. Whatever it is, they feel like you're not going to have me looking like a fool addressing that part of myself. So I'm going to address it because this feels like a masculine. I'm going to address it like this is somebody who refuses to acknowledge the feminine side, right? So they treat it like, you're not going to have me doing that soft ass pussy shit, because they look down on it. They're acting like you're trying to have me act like a fool. That's what you want. You want me to look stupid. But the only person that they're making look stupid now is themselves, by refusing to grow, by refusing to heal. Because this is the equivalent of a man saying, I'm not going to be cooking. Are you stupid? You're not going to have me looking stupid with a little apron. What are you going to do? Put a little pink apron on me and make me cook? Cooking is not a feminine thing. Cooking is a survival skill. So any moron out there who has that mentality, this is it. They're already making themselves look like a moron. Cooking would not make them look like a fool. It's the not doing it that makes them look like a fool. Because they're going to go spend all their poor little paycheck on eating out, or on trying to persuade some poor woman to marry them and be their eternal housemaid, because they can't cook. Or somebody who refuses to clean because that's a feminine thing. This is stupid. Whatever it is that this person needs to address, that they refuse to address, they're only looking like a fool by refusing to address it. Because I want you to think about that. I want you to think about it like a wounded warrior, but it's somebody who refuses to acknowledge that they're wounded. So the medical personnel around them will be saying, sir, can we just put, I'm not wounded. Okay, but see, we have this clear gash across your chest. No, that's a tattoo. Okay, sir, your tattoo is bleeding. It's like, why? When this could make you feel so much better. You would feel so much lightness. You would feel so much happiness. And they're like, nope, that's my tattoo. Okay, all right. They're catching a fever because of the infection, but okay, you keep your tattoo. Clarify Innocence of Wands reversed. It blows my mind, because stubbornness, being obstinate, is literally stupid as hell. Clarify Page of Wands reversed. It does not make you look strong on any level. It's only strength when it's determination, not obstinate. Clarify Page of Wands reversed. Wow. Ten of Cups reversed. How interesting. Because again, it's kind of reinforcing what I had said initially about this person being in their comfort zone. So 8 of Wands, they've already understood. This is why they're triggered as hell, because they already understood what Spirit is trying to tell them. They already know. I don't know how many. I'm probably not the only reader that's calling this person out as a coward and obstinate. So they got the fucking message. With the 9 of Cups though, they're trying. I'm good. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want. I'm still gonna do it. So here's what's interesting. If you are the type of person that does not care what Spirit is calling you, then why are you afraid to move over here? Why are you afraid to make a move when you're like, you're not going to have me looking like a fool? So there's a very, it's very convenient for this person, because when they say, I don't care what you call me, that means that there's specific things that they're okay being called and other things that they're not okay being called. So they're not okay taking a risk where they may end up looking like an idiot, according to them. But they're okay not taking a risk and being called a coward. So there's certain things that they can tolerate, other things they can't. So this definitely is connected to their trauma somehow. Something in their lifetime taught them taking a risk is the worst possible thing you can do, even if it costs you your happiness. 10 of Cups reversed. They're trying to act like they're good, but 9 of Cups upright next to the 10 of Cups reversed tells me they're not. 9 of Cups upright would actually indicate that this is possibly somebody who's drinking a lot. They may be smoking a lot of weed, sleeping a lot, partying a lot. They're doing things to escape because they don't want to face this, because they're comfortable. 10 of Pentacles again. They're comfortable. And they're like, my comfort is important to me. Being comfortable is important to me. Here, I have my mom that cooks for me. She washes my clothes. She, all I have to do is work, and then I come back and things are done. So what happens if I go and I'm over there by myself? Who's going to cook for me? Who's going to wash my clothes? Grow up. Jesus. Clarify 7 of Cups. What is this? The Hermit. The Moon. Clarify the 7 of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Wow. The 2 of Wands. Look. Two of Wands. Spirit is definitely challenging the masculinity of this person. I wasn't sure with the Sun card, but yeah, they're definitely challenging because this is Aries Mars energy. The Sun is masculine, Aries Mars, very masculine. That's masculine on top of masculine. And Spirit's like, so where's this part of you? Where's this? Where's the doer that we were promised when your soul incarnated into this body? Because all we're getting is a fucking turtle. Somebody who hides in their little shell because they're afraid of stepping out of their comfort zone. Someone who dreams of something better, but then when we present it, they're terrified and they hide. Where's the masculine? Where's the emperor we were promised? Because you're not investing into building this up. Because this is somebody who they definitely have issues around their masculinity. I'm going to tell you that. Because repeatedly, they keep trying to portray themselves as an emperor. And they're like, no. Stop it. Because you're not an emperor. An emperor literally represents Mars energy. That's why it's connected to Aries, Scorpio, or Capricorn. Because Aries is ruled by Mars. Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars. And Capricorn is, Mars is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. That's why it's associated with those three signs. You can't claim to be an emperor when you can't face Mars energy. And this is somebody with the Two of Wands. They're very uncomfortable with being Mars. Mars energy is very difficult for them. So what this tells me is this is somebody who could have been around an abusive parent or caretakers, or they were around somebody who was very impulsive. They were taught, let me put it to you this way, their trauma consists of being around adults, and I don't know if they were aunts, cousins, parents, grandparents. They were around adults that when they did Mars things, it turned out badly for everyone around them. So now this person has learned to disconnect from Mars energy because they see it as negative when it's not. But this is the wound that needs to be healed. So when Spirit is calling them out and saying, why are you shrinking from Mars energy? It's because they're trying to get them to acknowledge that there's a wound. But look at this. I love this Seven of Cups because look at that. This person's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly aligned with my Mars energy, when clearly we can see that they're not. But Seven of Pentacles, this is a weak muscle for them. But they refuse to address it because they're like, no, it's not. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly stable. I am balanced. Everything is balanced. Clarify Two of Pentacles. Clarify Two of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Seven of Swords. Oh, Lord. And the Ace of Swords. With the Six of Swords. So, again, Hierophant energy has come out twice, right? Because remember what we said, this is someone who's acting. They're acting. Let's not forget that. Seven of Swords is a reminder. It's an acting. They're acting as if I can't possibly leave. I've got all these people I've got to take care of. I've got a turtle that needs me. I've got a cat that I need to feed. I've got a dog that needs to go out. I can't abandon these people. And then I've got my neighbor, I cook for her because she's old. And then my boss, they count on me. Well, you know what Spirit has to say to that? Someone's trying to be clever. They're using their intelligence in the worst possible way. Instead of using their intelligence to figure out how to get past this blockage, they're using their intelligence to create excuses, lies, to deceive themselves and everyone around them. And Spirit is literally like, you've got the key. You've got the answers. You know exactly what we're trying to say. You know exactly why we're telling you this. But you're sitting here like, oh, I couldn't possibly. No. Two of Pentacles is not that you can't. Is that this is not a priority to you. So when you can't manifest, just remember it's because now you're not a priority to us. It's harsh. Spirit is getting harsh. Clarify Temperance. But see, I think the worst thing one can do is try to lie to our spirit guides. Acknowledging our failure is a lot better than trying to lie to our... They're like the worst people to lie to. We've got the Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, oof, Three of Swords. Father of Pentacles again. I said again, but I meant because we had the Knight of Pentacles. I think that the reason, I don't think this is them. I think this is Spirit trying to show them what an actual Father of Pentacles is. Yeah, look, transformation. they're more like a page. It's just that they believe themselves to be a king of pentacles, but they're not. Because see, here's the thing. A king of pentacles is balanced. All the kings are balanced. That's why the emperor represents such a high expectation of behavior, because it includes all the kings, and all the kings already have a built-in balance. So a king of pentacles is a protector, is a provider, but a king of pentacles is also a businessman. A king of pentacles will not invest in a place where it's not giving them returns. That would be stupid. King of pentacles is not stupid. He's nobody's fool. So this person is repeatedly running their head into a wall over and over. That's not a king. And that's what they're being shown. Wow. Spirit is telling them, when you're ready to follow that spark, we're going to help you get past this. We're going to help you heal your wound. We're going to help you turn to a king of pentacles. But you have to be ready. You have to be tempered. Because right now you're in full devil mode. You're in codependence. You're possibly enhancing your addictions, trying to escape this. When you eventually stop trying to run, when you're ready to transform and you let this stop eating at you, when you're ready to be balanced, we will teach you how to be the king of pentacles. Clarify the devil. See, page energy again. 6 of Pentacles. Clarify the devil. 10 of Pentacles. With the Lovers. Interesting. So devil energy is, it represents multiple things, right? Toxicity, greed, materialism, excess of any sort. But we've got the Lovers here. The Justice card. Oh. Okay. How interesting. So the Spirit is saying you yoked yourself, because devil is yoke. Remember, it has, I'd show you. Instead of just saying, remember, I'd show you. Look, this is the devil card. You yoked yourself, you chained yourself to a page. You have chained yourself to someone who needs you. Someone that you keep giving to. Not because, oh, this is sad, guys. I just have to stop for a minute because I'm getting a mental image. This person, I don't know whether they realize it or not, but they're in the energy of, think of it like this. This is really dark. That's why I'm hesitating to say it. But I'm getting the mental image of someone who likes to look for partners at homeless shelters, at abuse centers, not because they have this magnanimous heart, although I'm not going to say they're a bad person, but it's codependency. It's like they want to help, but they choose people that are so broken, so traumatized, that they create codependency. Because then that person's like, don't leave me. And they're like, oh, I would never. That's why I chose you, because you're broken. And I'm not saying that this page is broken, but they chose someone, they're showing up as a king. This person's a page, which means that this person could be way younger than the king. It's not a child because it's a lover. But they would have to walk away from the page to be able to have this new beginning that Spirit is offering them. And they're shielding themselves behind, no, I have to take care of this page because I'm the provider. So they chose someone who could not provide for themselves because that gives them a sense of stability. But that's why the devil's here, because that's toxic, because they're not doing it out of love. This is not a love connection. This is a caretaker connection. There might even be a big age difference between these two. But there's something here about, I chose this person that way because then I know that they're not going to go out cheating on me. They would never have the balls to do that because they know I would cut them off. They're not going to leave me. Ooh. I don't know how to feel about that. Let's look at the Five of Swords. High Priestess, Mother of Cups. Look at that. The Lovers and the Justice card. Oh. With the Ace of Pentacles. Well. Okay, the plot thickens. I'm sure some people are going to end up really triggered with this shit, but I just got to say it. Queen of Cups is the King of Cups equal. But the Queen of Cups is also showing up with High Priestess energy. And they are the other option. They are the new beginning. So they're calling this person out. They may have told this person something along those lines. Let's read that card again, shall we? 1 second. Let's read the Five of Swords. What does it say? Oh yeah, conflict, tension, short-sightedness. Only I can be sure if my motives are pure. Only I can be sure if my behavior is in alignment with my intentions. It is not my job to convince others of my intent. It is only my job to act with integrity, follow through with my word, and speak my truth. If I sway from my moral values, I have an opportunity to learn, reevaluate my perception, and broaden my vision, making room for abundance as opposed to a mentality of winning. Trusting yourself helps you remain fearless in your choices. So I have a feeling that this queen may have said something along those lines to this king. Do you trust yourself? And this person asserted yes. Now they're over here tortured as hell, but they also refuse to move. So it's like, okay. Well, there is this energy of, you don't have to persuade me. The Queen of Cups does not need to be persuaded. And I'm going to tell you this. If you resonate with the Queen of Cups, let me give you a word of advice, okay? Don't try to persuade someone. If they tell you, this is where I want to stay, let that fucker go. That's where they want to stay. It's not your job to persuade them. Because if you sit there persuading this person that they belong with you, that turns into manipulation. Whether you realize it or not, because it's now you're trying to make a decision for this person. If they want you, they will come for you. But if you're sitting there persuading this person, that means you're trying to control the outcome. You're manipulating which way they're going to go. Don't do that. Trust yourself. Five of Swords. The universe is also telling the Queen of Cups, trust yourself. This is most likely not your king, because if they were your king, they would have come for you. They would have accepted you as a gift, and they didn't. This is not your king. Clarify the Sage. 10 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Temperance. Again, like I said, resistance. There's a lot of resistance coming from this person. Do they have a lot of burden? Yes. Why? Well, probably because they're in a loveless connection. They're also in a connection where they're the only person providing. They're in a place where they're separated from the person that they love. And they also have spirit whooping their ass nonstop. I would say they've got pressure. Yeah, there's pressure. However, this person is resisting. Why? Because they just want to look. It's like they just want to have a window into the possibilities of a life between themselves and this queen. But that's it. They just, like if they had a magic mirror that anytime they were stressed out, they could look into that magic mirror and they could see their future playing out. That would soothe them. It would make them feel better. That means they would never have to move and they could already enjoy their life going this certain way. Because they're not going to make a move. And if this story is for this queen, you're going to have to come to terms with that. You're going to have to come to terms. This could be triggering for the queen because she's going to have to realize that this is not her king, regardless of what she felt, regardless of what she thought. Two of Cups came out, the Lovers came out, but this is not their king. And that's okay. Take it as a learning experience. Clarify the King of Cups. King of Cups. Father of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. With the Seven of Cups. This Queen of Cups has to come to terms with the fact that she fell in love with a dreamer. That's who she fell in love with. She fell in love with an illusion as well, because this is not reality. She believes that this is her partner, but they're not. They have clearly chosen to be the provider, the king to this page. So with the Nine of Pentacles, their stability, their security, their life of luxury is more important than anything else. Their comfort is important. Them being okay, as in they know what to expect. They don't like the unknown. And this queen represents everything that is the unknown. And they don't like that. So if you are the queen, this story is to let you know you are not as important to this king as their own comfort. And if that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. Okay? So that's what I got for you. This was a harsh one, but it's reality too. Okay? So let me know what y'all think. I look forward to feedback below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.